Welcome and welcome back, my dear Taropals, to another Pick an Image or Pick a Pile reading. Today we're looking at whatever situation, person or goal that you have in mind, whatever thoughts you have around it. Is it your fear? Is it wishful thinking? Or is it true intuition that you're currently guided by? We're going to look at the situation, the person, in case there's a specific person that comes up or you're asking about. We're then going to look at what is the overall truth or the journey of this situation trying to take you towards, and of course any guidance that comes in throughout this reading. Don't forget to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button if you are a continued Taropal viewer or have been watching my videos, because clearly about 65% of the people who are returning viewers are not subscribed to this channel. Ouch, why? Why are you watching my videos but not subscribing? So please hit that subscribe button now. Okay, with that said, there are 3 images in the thumbnail with which you can of course make your pile selection. I am also going to give you 1 card look from the, I think it's called the Wild Oracle, the Wild Unknown archetype. By the way, thank you. This is a gift from one of the clients. And I of course do provide personal readings. You will find all relevant information that you need to know about how to book a reading. My Instagram account, where I also post separate content, is in the description box below. With all of that said, let's jump into your first pile, okay? So you have the village, and that's your artwork, pile 1. Okay. Pile number 2, we have the offering. And pile number 3, we have the orphan. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. You can also, of course, use this reading to ask about different situations and people using 3 different piles. Go with what your intuition is drawn to. I'll see you in your respective ones. Hello and welcome, pile number 1. So those of you who's picked the village, and we look at this as the truth of the relationship in a while or the situation, we're going to look at, first of all, we're using the Rider-Waite's classic tarot deck to look at what are your thoughts, what is the situation that you're dealing with. You can use this part of the reading, of course, to also do a check if you've picked the right pile. If everything I say does not resonate, if that's not what your current thought process, if that's not where you currently stand towards the situation, the goal or the person, then perhaps you may want to pick another pile. We're going to use the Animal Spirit deck again to check your energy, the current thoughts or the ideas that you're holding, and where you stand with the situation. We'll use the After Tarot to look at the truth or the outcome or the reality, whichever way you want to call it, of the situation or the person you're asking about. So fear, intuition, wishful thinking, we'll use these cards to get that. We have angel answers and external environment here with what is the energy of the person or the situation or the external things. What is the truth of that, okay? While this is your truth, we'll wrap it up with a Kali Oracle guidance. With the breakdown of your reading, what can you expect? How are we going to do this reading? Let's jump right into it. We're going to use the Wild Oracle, Wild Archetype. I don't know why I keep calling them Wild Oracle. Wild Archetype deck to look at, again, is this fear, truth or intuition, okay? So these are our answer cards. Let's first look at your energy, okay? We have the Total Spirit, okay? And the number 62, adding up to a number 8. We have, let's keep this here, 2 of Pentacles. Interesting. And 4 of Pentacles, that's twice the Pentacle energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be your significant birth placements. Not necessary if you don't have them, doesn't mean the reading is not for you. Just 2 earth signs, earthy energies here. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. Okay. I'm going to get the entire spread out and then start talking. We are going to now look at your After Tarot, which is the truth, the answer of the situation. We have Page of Wands, Wow, this is reversed here, and this is after tarot. It's upright, Ace of Swords. And this is Queen of Wands. We have two Wands energy, a transition from earth to fire, from the material, grounded thinking lens to the doing action lens. Very interesting, okay? There's an elemental shift. The air is the constant here. There's a fire element here and an earth element here, okay? I'm going to push these cards a little towards this side. Okay, I picked the Kali Oracle first. Let's see this one. The energy, the external energy of the person. If in case you're asking towards a person, you can use this as the energy of the specific person we are talking about. Okay, and that's 52 with the scarab beetle spirit. Hold on, let's make space here. Okay, and that's a yes. I don't think it takes a lot to decode a yes. And finally, let's look at truth, intuition, fear, wishful thinking. Okay, we have the Village. I think this was the card you picked. The Flame. I hope you guys can see your cards. The Flame. The Thanatos. Ooh. The Apocalypse. Okay, we have two initiation cards here already. Three rather. Okay, I'm going to put these together. So we have a Gape, Thanatos, wow, this is a powerful pile. Okay. Last but not the least, beautiful synchronicity and beautifully how she sums it up with the Vishwamata card of Goddess Kali. Let's keep her here. Okay, let's start talking about what is it that you're thinking. That's the first part of the reading. What is the situation about? There's something that you've achieved with a lot of hard work. Okay, this could be your mental peace. This could be the income that you have today, the family situation that you're in. There is something, whatever you're thinking about, you're currently at a place in life wherein whatever you have today, this didn't come easy. You had to work really hard. There's a certain sense of security, safety, and comfort that you find in the current situation, in the current reality. Yet, it has a sense of holding on tightly. Do you see how in this artwork, he's holding tightly to the Four Pentacles. He's scared as if that he's going to lose one of them. Okay, he's scared as if he just removes his eyeballs from the prize is going to escape. So there's a sense of fear. There's a sense of scarcity. There's a sense of, I may not have this again if I miss out on it. Kind of a fear psychosis at play. There's something that you're really trying to hold on really tight towards. Okay, and you're juggling. You've not made up your mind, which is that Ace of Swords reversed. Ace of Swords upright is clarity, is seeking confrontation, is saying what's in your mind. When it's in reverse, we're still thinking, or we're still mulling over it, or there's a lot of clouds around our mind. We don't know which road do we really want to take. And in this situation, in this reading, how that plays out for you is that there are some days in which you're very sure almost that I want to take, let's say, I'll give you an example. Okay, let's say you want to quit a job. I'm going to take the jobs example, put it wherever it falls in your reading and your circumstance. Okay, so let's say you've decided that I want to quit a job. Okay, and most days you're very sure that you want to quit the job, but it's not like you can quit cold turkey. You need to go start applying for other jobs. You need to start working on your resume. You need to start connecting to other people. And every 4 weeks, let's say this person takes a couple of small steps towards that other thought, like I want to leave. So once in 5 weeks, they show up on some job portal and they start looking for jobs. Or once in a 6 months time, they will attend an event where they know that the right people will show up. The rest of the time, the rest of the month, it's almost like you're equally feeling drawn or pulled towards that, no, I want to stay in this job. I think something great is coming up for me in this role itself. So there's equal action, there's more action going towards staying where you are, or not rocking the boat, or keeping it safe, or keep playing this aspect of life where you're currently at, while also maybe like once in 4 weeks taking some action, some thought towards a contradictory thought towards it. Okay, I hope I could break that for you. So the energy that I'm sensing here towards whatever you're asking is that, number one, there's lack of clarity. Number two, there's a strong sense of holding on tightly to something out of fear, out of not wanting to lose it. Actually, this card also talks about even sometimes having a lot of gratitude for it. Going back to that example of a job, you may have a lot of gratitude towards the job that you hold. You value the money that it pays you. You like certain aspects of it. So it's not like it's all bad where you stand. So you're not very sure, do I proceed in the same road, because it has given me its due gifts. But there's that one person or that one thing that I don't like about this profession or about this job, and I keep thinking, like, should I exit? Should I stay in? Should I exit? So there's that Two of Pentacles is juggling of priorities, is juggling of too many things. You're not letting go of what you had in the past, but you're not completely in to the future either. You're not really taking decisive action towards something new either. To give you another example, if you're thinking about a relationship, it could be that you're not very happy with where you are, or you may be very happy with where you are. I'll give you both examples. Sometimes we're very, very happy. I mean, it's a great relationship. It's going well. It's one of the best relationships that I've ever had. I feel understood. I feel loved. I feel cherished. But, and that but keeps you 1 foot out, 1 foot in FOMO, 1 foot still thinking like, am I really sure this is the road I want to go with? So the ambiguity or the lack of clarity or that intuition, fear, wishful thinking here is in the current moment literally on a spiral. Like, some days you're like, no, I'm very sure I want to go down this road. And some days you go like, nah, should we like keep looking? Is there something more for me? Am I settling for something less? Can I get something more out there? And of course, because it's a collective reading, remember, take what resonates, leave the rest. Whichever side of the story fits in for you, whether you're more towards holding in or more towards walking out. The question here that Spirit wants to ponder over is the why. Are you holding on tightly because you're grateful, or are you just holding on tightly because you're scared that there's nothing better beyond this? I hope that makes sense, okay? The fact that you have the turtle spirit, you are making progress, my love. If you're talking about a goal, if you're talking about a relationship, if you're talking about a certain situation that you're trying to make better, the turtle spirit definitely confirms that it's not that your efforts are going all wasted and in vain. Whatever baby steps you're taking in the direction that is intuitively aligned to you, and we'll come towards the outcome, you're making progress. So one thing that Spirit wants to clarify at the get-go, whatever your situation is, even in this push and pull, even in this holding on tightly, what you shouldn't be beating yourself over is that you're not stagnated. This is not a pile which is stagnated. You're still making moves. You're still day in and day out. Maybe, yes, you're not putting 100% focused, directed move, which we'll get into. But you're making progress no matter how slow the progress is. Even if you can't see the 3D confirmation, the touch me, feel me, look at me kind of a confirmation that am I really moving ahead, there's a clear indication here that you are making progress. For many of you, this could of course be related to money, finances, financial goals, career, profession, progression, owning of something. And for few of you, this could be a particular relationship that makes you feel safe. The word associated with Four of Pentacles is the sense of rooted security that is not present because somebody has just achieved something for the very first time, okay? And it has come after a lot of hard work. So you know how much we hold something dear when we have it for the first time, but as we keep on doing it again and again, it kind of becomes like, oh, you know what, it's okay. Even if I lose it, something else will come on the way. So you're at that place wherein you've received something, you have something, you've built something, and you value it, you cherish it, perhaps to a little bit of a detriment, because it keeps you in that space of fear. You don't know whether you should go ahead with the next idea that you have, whether you should keep on working towards it, or should you look out for something else because you're still scared. For some of you, this could even be like you're in a happy relationship, but you have a commitment phobia, like, is this really the person? Should I really settle in for them? There's this lack of clarity that I'm dealing with. I hope this gave you an understanding of the situation, the thoughts, the reality of who and what am I reading for. If this resonates with what you've come into this reading looking at, then of course the rest of the reading is for you. That's your energy check. I need a sip of water. Okay, moving over to this side of this reading, okay. What is the truth? And I'm going to first talk about these cards because these are the most, oops, and I knew I'm going to shake the camera the moment I sit down. Hold on, wait. Okay, these are the cards that we need to talk about because this is heavy stuff. This is a progression, okay? And I want to talk about this first. Agate talks about unconditional love, unconditional giving, unconditional surrender, the ability that each of us hold when it comes to being awestruck, okay? Agate literally translates from, I think it's a Greek word, correct me if I'm wrong, it means awestruck. Okay, when you are literally surprised by the depth of devotion, by the depth of love, by the depth of abundance with which something can exist. And it's beautiful that it has shown up after your Four of Pentacles. The first message I want to give you guys about your situation, your person, your relationship, whatever you've come in asking for. There is no end of, there is no less of, there is no scarcity of options in life, okay? So the first thing that you need to release in order to get to a better place is this is the only one and there'll be nothing else beyond this kind of a mindset. I'm not saying you can't have this one. There's a lot of positive cards here and we'll talk about it. But what is your biggest energetic block is an inability to think. And I know this comes from a lot of trauma of the past. I'm not nullifying that, but we need to talk about this here. The point of you coming into a reading is hopefully to get clarity and guidance as to what you can do, what you can change, and how you can proceed. These two cards talk about death. Death in the sense of transformation, death in the sense of painful endings sometimes, death in the sense of something not going exactly the way we wanted it to, or something running its course of time. For many of you, this Four of Pentacles energy has shown up because there has been enough number of times, perhaps in the past, wherein you have loved unconditionally, you've given unconditionally, you've surrendered and you've prayed and you've wanted something, and I'm really sorry that you've had to live it, all my heart with you, and it didn't work out. And that disappointment, that feeling of being broken, that feeling of, damn it, I mean, how many more times do I have to do this? How many more times do I have to go through this cycle? Is what is your roadblock of coming back into the state. Okay, whatever person, situation or goal you're thinking about, before asking, are you thinking wishfully when you're thinking positive outcomes, or before asking, are you thinking, is this true fear, is this true intuition that is telling you to step away or back out? I want you to ask, if I remove the lens of the past, if I tell you that there is no end of the abundant opportunities and people and relationships and the goal, and you truly can see your future 10 years ahead, would you still be so fearful? Would you still go through this push and pull? Okay, what needs to end is this fear of, oh, if I miss it, I am going to be left with nothing. You're not going to be left with nothing. There's going to be ample love, ample opportunities, ample abundance, ample security with you still. Okay, and until you understand that aspect, until you truly resonate and feel it in your bones that I am safe, I am protected, there's going to be no end of opportunities that come my way, there is no end of love or resources or financial abundance that I have access to, you cannot proceed to the good side of the story. Okay? So I wanted to first talk about this here. Everything good that I'm going to tell after this is not going to manifest for you, is not going to work out for you till you stay in this conditional phase. And I know it's way easier said than done for all of us, okay? It's natural and it's mostly common that we keep on trying to test the universe, the person that we are in a relationship with. And I'm sorry if you can hear background noises, that's my dog. She loves talking when I'm doing a reading and she wants attention when I'm doing a reading. And it's a house of 3 dogs, so there is no way we can avoid that, okay? So ignore it. If in case you're on earphones, I'm pretty sure you can hear it. Okay, back to your reading. Yeah, so this fear of if I don't have it, it's the end. It's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy for you. So be mindful that when your fearful thoughts, when your thoughts around scarcity, when your thoughts around, oh, what if it doesn't work out, comes up, you need to work with that, you need to sit with that, you need to heal that, you need to release it. Not only for this thing to work out, not only for this thing to become a good thing, but any next opportunity to become a good thing. You're still holding the apocalyptic ending, the death, the ending too strong in your mind to actually manifest a beginning. Okay, does that make sense? All right, let's move towards the external energy and the outcome. While you are thinking, okay, so I'm going to break this down into 3 parts, okay? First part, let's talk about if you're thinking about another person, another individual is related to this. So this could be a work partner, this could be a romantic relationship. And if you are in that energy of, am I really sure? Should I go ahead with this? Should I not? You're still thinking, juggling, figuring it out. I love the energy this side. This person has intuitive clarity. Queen of Wands is literally the queen that has the maximum ability to act upon intuition. She doesn't just have intuition, she has an ability to act upon it. Which basically means that if there is an external person or a specific person that you're asking about, the other person is very intuitively clear as to where are they going. And they have clearly told you, whatever they have told you is their truth. Don't try to put words into their mouth. Don't try to paint a picture which didn't exist. Don't try to give yourself stories or try to read between the lines. Every word that the other person has said to you is their truth. Every good sentence, every bad sentence that you believe is good or bad, that's a relative thing. But trust the words of this person. If you're asking about a person, whatever the person is saying is what their reality is. So if they say that they love you, that's the truth. If they say that they can't be with you, that's the truth. If they say that, oh, my mother's not going to agree to this relationship, that's the truth. They are speaking their truth and they intuitively are very clear-headed as to where are they going. So if you're asking about a person, your first guidance here is that instead of trying to read between the lines, take them at the face value. What they bring to the table is what they offer. There is nothing under the rugs or the cover that you need to discover. There's nothing underneath that you need to figure out. Take the situation at its face value, and that is your reality of the situation. Okay. If there is a wish or a desire or a outcome that you want to achieve from this situation, okay, from this person, I want to talk about these 3 cards here now. The scarab talks about that the magic works through you. There is an opportunity of rebirth, there's an opportunity of renewal, there's an opportunity of resistance, and it comes with the flame here talks about, again, clarity. The ever-burning soul, the ever-ignited soul that we have, our sense of purpose. Do you have a sense of clarity around, let's bring this card here now. Where do you belong? Where did you come from? What are your roots? What are your value systems? What do you truly want? So this confusion that you're dealing with, 2 steps in, 3 steps back, okay, you can resolve this by going back to your grounded roots. Okay, who you are and who you can be, who do you want to be if there is no fear of an ending. Who would you be? How would you act? What kind of a person would you be if you were not scared of judgments, if you were not scared of what the outcome would be? If you just positively knew that the outcome would be in your favor, how would you start acting from your sense of values? That is how you reach the desired outcome that you seek. So for this pile, there is a lot of fear. There's no denial. Okay. So in your thoughts, every fearful thought that you're thinking is truth. At the same time, every time you're thinking of something wishful, something nice, something juicy, something you really want to manifest and happen in this situation with this person, whatever your story may be, that is also equally true. The question lies in how well you manifest it, which side of the story becomes truth, the fear or the wishful thinking, will be decided by your own inner sense of clarity. Can you go back to your own childhood? Can you go back to your own roots, upbringing, your value system, and ask yourself, what is my purpose? What is the end goal that I'm trying to achieve? What will make me eventually happy? If I ask you fast forward 20 years, what is your purpose in 20 years from now? Magic works through you. You can renew, you can redo, you can recreate everything that you're seeking or you've ever wanted. So the answer is a big yes. Yes, you can create that wishful thinking, that happy ending that you're trying to manifest. Yes, you have the power within you. All you need is clarity. Okay, and where do you get that clarity? Going back to your board, going back to your basics, and removing the possibility of a guarantee that, oh, if this is all I, like, there can't be just a black or a white outcome. Okay, there has to be a thought here about, even if it doesn't work out, what is my purpose? What am I trying to achieve? What would bring me peace? And that is the road you go with. Okay, if you're asking about someone's intentions towards you, and if you're asking if that intention is good, it definitely is. Okay, this person doesn't hold malice towards you if you're asking towards a specific person. If you're asking towards, let's say, a profession or a job, it's not a bad place to work. You can still shine. You can be the leader. You can launch something if you're asking about, is it a good time to launch a product, a startup idea? Yes, those answers are all yes. If you have clarity, you have enough, if you have excitement, the external environment will get aligned with you. Okay, you need to be just clear-headed as to why you want it and what values are you trying to achieve. What is your core purpose of engaging in this relationship or this situation? Just hold on, guys, she's keep talking. I hope that gave you enough clarity. It's all positive. It can be all aligned. Only if you ask yourself, do you have it in you to become, I would like to say, an hopeless romantic? And truly have that awe, that sense of curiosity, that sense of beginner's mindset towards what you're asking to take you to a better place. There is a lot of fear that we sense here with these two cards, with that card. There's a holding on, there's holding too tightly, there's a deep sense of attachment. You need to let go of that. If you can let go of it, the path ahead will automatically open up for you. There is a leadership opportunity for you. If you're asking, can I get promoted? Can I get to that next level? Yes, my loves. Yes, there's a big yes here. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up with the Kali guidance here. But if so far everything I said resonated and I touch a chord, or I helped you, or this inspired you, don't forget to hit that like button and leave me a sword in the comment section. Okay, you have two swords here, Ace of Swords and upright and reversed, and all you need, darling, is mental clarity and a little bit of bravery. Okay, I know you're scared. Your feelings of fear are very strong. There's something that you need to break away from. This could be even societal norms for some of you. You're really scared of something going not right and then the community or the society judging you. Okay, so leave me that sword emoji, tells me that you've reached all the way till the end of this reading. And now wrapping this up with your guidance. Okay, we have the number 2, Vishwamata, and this is that beloved mother energy archetype of goddess Kali's motherly, graceful, compassionate energy. And the fact that she's shown up in this reading with so much fear talks about you need to trust where she's leading you. Okay, there is no change in the sense of direction that she would ask from you at this point. just keep following where the road is going. So going back to your initial part of the reading, 2 steps ahead, 2 steps back. If in your current journey you have decided or you see the glimmer of I want to do this, and not because I want to achieve a particular outcome, even if the outcome is not exactly how I had planned it to be, I can trust that this is going to lead me to a better place. Continue staying on that path. That is what her message is, as simple as that. Okay, so if I have to summarize, this is a lot of intuition, this is a lot of fear. Okay, and if you can quiet the fear, if you can quiet and alchemize the fear, I don't want to call quiet the fear, alchemize the fear with clarity around what your core purpose of life and true value systems are. If you can ask yourself those questions, you will lead to something beautiful, because we do have a lot of positive cards here. Okay, I hope this helped you. Do let me know what you thought about the reading. There is a timeless reading playlist which I strongly recommend you guys to check out. There are countless readings done which I hope you'll find further guidance around, and I will see you in your next reading. Take care. Bye bye. Welcome and welcome back. Pile number 2's. Pile 1 was pretty interesting. We will look at these cards. Let me give you a quick rundown of how we're going to do your reading. We're going to be using the Rider-Waite's Classic Tarot cards to look at what is your thoughts, what's your energy, what are you thinking, where are you energetically around the person or the situation that you're asking about. We're going to also use the same animal spirit card for this. We're then going to be looking at the After Tarot here. Oh, you had one extra card, just notice that. To look at what is the reality, what is the outcome, what is the truth of the person or the situation you're asking about. We're going to use these cards, which is the Wild Oracle Archetypes, to look at again what is the underlying dynamics, what is the outcome of this person or the situation that you're asking about, as well as the Angel Answers cards for it. This is their energy in case you're asking for a specific person, and we will wrap this up with Kali's Oracle Guidance. With that introduction said, I'm going to deep dive right into it. For this pile, I haven't even turned the cards, but I strongly feel there's something to do with healing and ancestors, because you've picked the offering, and that card, I will talk about what that shows up. Let's first look at, let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? Let's see what your current energy, your thoughts currently are for this situation. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. We have the Four of Swords reversed. And we have the Four of Cups reversed. That's 2 fours in reverse. Interesting. Okay, and we have the Fox Spirit and the number 27. Think on your feet in your current energy. For your After Tarot, we have 3 of Pentacles. We have 10 of Pentacles. We have the Chariot. And your extra card is 7 of Swords. Okay. We have the Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. Let's see your center card here. We have Romance. Beautiful. Okay. Some of you are, of course, clearly talking about love or romantic relationships. And we have the offering here already for you. We have the Empty Room. The Mirror. Interesting. The Sustainer. And the Judge. Okay. Last but not the least, we have the Dhumavati. Let's jump. into it. What does your, is it intuition? Let me make this space a little this side so that you guys can see all your cards. Okay, I think this is better. And there you go. Okay. First, let's talk about what are you doing, what are you thinking around the situation or the person. We have three reversals here. The first thing I want to talk about is there is a sense of stagnation, yet a sense of overwork, burnout, lack of motivation, lack of any desire to take any forward moving action. Okay, so it's almost like we are at a standstill. Nothing's moving ahead. We are not feeling very motivated. We're perhaps not sleeping well either. There's a sense of boredom, a sense of dissatisfaction, a sense of I don't know where nothing's interesting. There's no fire. There's no there's no fire. There's no desire. Okay, something like that. You're almost feeling like there's a monotony that has set in. There's not a lot of spark. If this is a relationship that you're thinking about, there's not a lot of spark between the two of you. It's become like a same old story. There is no forward moving action at play. Okay, which is where you stand. You really don't know, and a part of you has almost like gone to that stage of numbness. Like, I don't care. If it happens, it happens. If it will work out, it's work out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. There's a sense of exhaustion. Okay, and that exhaustion is not coming from you doing a lot. It's rather coming from you thinking a lot. So it's almost like you've thought so much about it that you've mentally exhausted all the possibilities. Hello, overthinkers. And yeah, you're just kind of done but still sitting there. Okay, done but still unhappy, discontent. You're not okay with what is being offered. You've not yet found what you're looking for. You're not yet excited and ignited, okay, or at least no more as you used to be, and that's where you currently are. Okay, I don't want to say that you're fearful of the future. It's almost like there's no hope of the future, of whatever you're talking about or thinking about. Okay, the fact that you have fox spirit in your current situation is your higher self telling you to think on your feet in the context of you can make your life more interesting. You can open the doorways that you want to get opened. You can give yourself the permission to rest, to sleep it out, I almost sense like there's this cranky baby energy here, like a kid who needed a nap but didn't take a nap and is going around the world and is feeling just upset and annoyed at everything and everyone. Okay, mood swings, uncalled emotional outbursts, all of that is at play for you guys. Okay, and you also can't really understand where is it coming from. Okay, I'm not a doctor, but of course some of you may want to get your vitamins and your supplements, and is your diet okay? Is something lacking in the context of minerals and vitamins in your body, which is causing you these hormonal or mood changes? So that's something you may want to consider. But the fox spirit talks about to have the wisdom that it is you who's going to be able to take yourself out of it. And you know it. I'm not telling you something that you don't know already when you've come into this reading. You know that your stagnation, your overworking, your overthinking can only be put to an end by you, of course, right? Nobody else can come into your mind and give you n number of words, but you're not going to feel motivated and you won't have that desire to take it to the next level, to do the next thing, to pick up the next project if it's really not coming from an inside voice. Okay? Coming over to what's really the truth of the situation, what's really going on, and what can help you. Okay? Clearly there is, so first let's talk about somebody who has this. If you're asking about a specific romantic relationship, the cards here are supremely positive. The other person clearly has good intention. They want to move forward with you. They want to collaborate with you. They want to build something with you. They want to build a legacy with you. The Ten of Pentacles literally talks about legacy, inheritance, abundance being left for generations to come after. So there's a lot of clarity on the other person's mind. Okay, but the fact that we have the Seven of Swords here, externally or the other person, also talks about there is these silly lies. There are these silly petty games that they sometimes want to play. Okay, and it's not like they're harmful lies as such, because it's just a petty thief kind of an energy that the Seven of Swords represent. You just have to have that discernment to know this is not the real story. Okay, whenever they do it, it's a very 10% of the overall equation, but it exists. Okay, and the fact that it's shown up with all those cards here talks about you can make further movement, you should go ahead and collaborate, you should reach out to people who have done the work that you're doing if you're asking about a particular profession or a project that you want to work about. But be mindful that you're reading carefully what the lines are saying, that you're not skipping over, because there could be like, you know, a silly deal, a silly sentence or a silly clause which kind of keeps you committed to the project longer than you want to. You know, those gray area lines in a contract, that's what the Seven of Swords talks about. Okay, the empty room and the mirror, what you fill your mind with is what is being reflected back. So in your current situation, if you can stop comparing your journey to other people's journey, your outcome to other people's outcome, what your narrative about self was, and by the way, I'm sorry if you can randomly hear a whine in between, that is my dog. And she's old, so she kind of randomly decides to take on attention whenever she wants to, and it's often in between a reading. Okay, so ignore the sounds. All right. Yeah, the empty room and the mirror and the judge, the three combination here talk about you're not making progress and you're bored and nothing is good enough for you because you're comparing what you're getting with what others have. Okay, that's the message here. Instead of comparing what somebody else has, what you had thought that you should have achieved by now, what you believe your relationship should look like, can we instead look into the mirror and see it for what it is? Okay, see the person for what it is, see the opportunity for what it is, and value what you see or not value what you see, whichever way you want to go, but see it from the lens of what it is, with an empty context and not a comparison context. Okay, don't be the judge of what the future potential or outcome of an action can be until you've taken that action. Okay, yes, do your analysis, but don't get into analysis paralysis. That's the message here. Okay, so if you can offer, now coming back to this, if you can offer with a sense of curiosity, okay, a sense of curiosity, a sense of collaboration, let me just see where this takes me, let me just do it, you know, and there's no bad outcomes that you're possibly expecting. If you've read the contract, if you've heard through the entire dialogue, just take that first step. Now, if this is a relationship that you're asking, don't make it so heavy that you're planning weddings and children and trying to see the future 8 years ahead. Okay, if it's, I'll give you another example. If it's a house that you're trying to buy, if it's the next car that you're trying to buy, you're not liking something, maybe because you're comparing it to what your friend has, to the deal that your sister got versus what you're getting. So if that is not a reason, look at each option, look at each situation, okay, as to what it offers and what are the pros and cons of it, and would you like to consider it, would you like to try it, would you like to take a trial run of it. So instead of thinking in blacks and whites, let's think midways. Okay, I'm going to jump towards the guidance before I come back here. This card of Dhumavati talks about smoke. Dhumavati literally talks about smoke. Okay, so I can see that you can't see where this option leads you. Can you in this moment just do a simple risk analysis of what is it that you will lose and take any of the options that you have, because none of the options that you have are bad till the time you're ready to put in the work, till the time you're ready to put in the effort that goes into it. None of the, in fact, you have multiple people, situations where you can collaborate and make it a win-win. Okay, especially if you're single and you've come into this reading, go out and travel. Chariot talks about traveling. Okay, go out and work with other people. That's where you will get opportunities to find new romance. Okay, love is all around you, is in your external energy. That means opportunities do want to line up with you.
For some of you, this could be literally an acquisition of some sort of an asset that you've come into thinking, like, should I buy it? Should I not? Is this too good of a deal to be true? Can I make it happen? The answer is a yes. These two are extremely positive cards that talk about if you're ready to stay balanced, if you're ready to do the work that needs. It's not a free lunch. It's not a spurn of luck. It's rather something that you've created through years and years of practice. Many of you are asking about something that has been at play, that has been in discussion for many, many years, minimum 3 to 7 years, okay, that you've been in this. There are 2 7s here and there are 2 4s here. Some of you could be seeing number combinations of this as angel numbers. So like 444, 777, 4747. These are certain confirmation-y numbers for you. Okay, if you see those numbers, that's spirit confirming to you. Take that next step, darling. You're not going to fall. Okay, this reading, if you take away something from it, what I would definitely tell you is take forward movement action. Reach out and collaborate with other people. If you're asking, is this your fear or is this your intuition? It is simply allow your wishful thinking to flourish. But remember that don't get so picky that you're not even giving anything a chance. If you want to find your wedding dress, you need to go out and try 15 wedding dresses. Right? That's how you'll find that one perfect wedding dress. But if you keep on looking at, let's say, online 7 dresses, you shortlist them, but you never really order any of them, so you never really tried any of them, so you're back to zero and you don't know if you want any one of them. I'm using the example of a wedding dress. Please apply it to the situation that fits, because these examples are being given to kind of help you connect the reading. Okay, so the only thing that you're harming yourself right now is, number one, not taking chances, not allowing yourself to explore the options that are coming in. Okay, to take that first step and living it all in your head before you actually live it in the real situation. If it's about a person that you're asking, if it's a crush, go have that conversation instead of thinking of 25 scenarios and cooking up 25 fantasy tales. Have a one-on-one conversation. And that will clear out a lot of judgments, perceptions, misconceptions that you formed, good and bad both. Okay, I want to talk about the sustainer card here for you now. Okay, whatever you're moving towards is a long-term goal. Okay, we clearly had those cards of legacy and long-term inheritance, and these things talk about the reason perhaps you're moving slower and you're being picky, and I understand that. Spirit confirms, like we understand that you're trying to create something sustainable for the future. Okay, something that you can keep for a long time, but you will only get there when you allow yourself to try different things. That is the message that's coming in. It has a lot of push forward, which definitely tells me that for you pile number 2s, allow your wishful thinking to flourish. But don't make your desires so big and so heavy. Don't make the dream so big and so heavy that you can't romance through the journey, that you can't enjoy the journey because you're constantly thinking about, did I make the right decision? Is this the right thing? Am I doing the right option? And you're just thinking, you're not doing. Okay, so do more, think less, and there's no wrong road. You are heading towards something which is not only sustained and sustainable. Okay, the fact that you have Dhumavati, that is the energy of guidance here for you. If something is breaking apart, to make way for something new, let it break apart. Okay, don't question it. Don't let that fear, don't let that stagnate you. Like, oh, that ended and that option is no longer working out, so I'm just going to sit here and wait for more time to pass in order for me to decide which road I want to go. Okay, take the next leap right away. Okay. Beautiful spread here for those who are looking for romance or want to take the next step in their existing relationship. Okay, so you're, whatever is the next relationship, you're engaged, you're going to get married, you're married, you want to have kids. There's a progression in your reading. Okay, there's a 10 of Pentacles and a Chariot here, which talks about you can make fast progress. In fact, the next July is significant for many of you. And so is April. So April and July could be 2 significant months or timeline by when you can expect whatever you're manifesting or you're thinking to come true. Again, goes back to that same guidance. If you take action, stop sitting at the side of the river and trying to decide how deep is it. Take that leap, swim and you'll get to know. That's literally the solution or the answer for you. Okay. So yeah, I think I've made it very simple, very clear. Pile 2's, yours reading was to the point. If you've reached all the way till this part of this reading, I want you guys to leave me a heart emoji in the comment section below, because there's a lot of love, there's a lot of romance, there's a lot of opportunities that currently surround you. Once you're done seeing this reading, and once you've hit that like button, if I've helped you, go pick one of those options, one of those ideas that you have, and work towards it. Okay, something great will come out of it. Okay, no more analysis paralysis for you guys. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. If you want more guidance or more details, you'll find a playlist called Timeless Readings in my playlist. Okay, do check that out. Feel free to share it with a friend who may like this video as well. We are almost at 1,000 mark, and there's something special planned for Taropals once we reach the 1,000. So help me reach that 1,000 subscribers. Share it with your friends and family. And until next time, love you. Bye-bye. Last but not the least, pile number 3. The first thing I need to tell you guys is that there is a dog lying right next to me who's going to make funny, weird whines. She's an old dog. She wants attention. So bear with me if you can hear her, and can't do much about her sounds. Love her. That's Carbon, by the way. Say hello to Carbon in the comment section. Let's dive right into your reading. First, to introduce you how we're going to do this reading, we're going to first use the Rider-Waite's Oracle cards. Sorry, Rider-Waite's Tarot cards to see. Okay, I don't know why for you guys I'm very jumpy. Okay, what are we so jumpy about, pile number 3s? Okay, this is what are you thinking, what your current thoughts are, where are you energetically towards the situation or the person or the opportunity or the goal, whatever you're asking about, as the truth of. Okay, we're then going to be looking at these cards here to look at what is the truth. Okay, is this intuition, is this fear, what's really going to happen, if there's a specific person, what is their energy, and we'll wrap this up with a Kali Oracle guidance. Okay, so first let's look at your energy. We have Chariot reversed, we have the Sun reversed. Okay, I already need to say this, pile number 3s, if you were drawn to pile number 1 or you were thinking of picking pile 1 but you didn't, there's a message for you there, go watch it. We have 9 of Wands upright. Okay, and for your current energy we have, oops, sorry, I think this was the future one. Yeah, for your current energy, this is the Elephant spirit. Okay, yeah, that was the future one. For your future, or rather what's the truth of the situation, we have Page of Pentacles, we have 6 of Wands. Oh my god, wow, pile number 3s. Yep, 3s and 1s have a connection. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, we've already seen the future spirit, or the external other person's spirit is Bat spirit, sorry. We have the Orphan, we'll talk about this in a minute. Let's keep it here. We have the Cave. We have the Mystic. We have the Destroyer. And we have the Threat. For you, your energy guidance or your Kali Oracle guidance about how to proceed is Chinnamasta. Something very interesting, pile 1, 2 and 3. Pile 1 had the number 2, pile 2 had the number 22, and you guys have number 20. Okay, That's something to do with repeating twos in the collective, which means we are all living it, facing it, feeling it together. If you've picked more than one pile, do leave me the numbers 222. That tells me that you've picked more than one pile and you've seen this beautiful synchronicity that has come to play. And we have opportunity. Beautiful. Okay. First, let's talk about what is your current situation. I need a sip of water first. Okay, pile number 3s. Where are we currently? What are we thinking? Very similar to pile 2s, but very different. There is also a stagnation or a lack of movement that I see for you here. But the energy is completely different, which is why I didn't ask you to check pile 2. I don't think there's a connection here. There's a death of ego that this pile has lived. What do I mean by death of ego? Life has humbled you in some way or form. Something didn't go your way. Some sort of a failure, some sort of a rejection, some sort of a breakdown, okay, in your journey has led you to shed light towards your own flaws, towards your own bad decisions, towards what you could have done differently or done better in the past, and you're still mulling over that loss, you're still mulling over the lesson, okay, that you've had in the past, which is why there's a lot of past energy coming in for you guys. There's a lot of childhood traumas, inner child wounds. There's a lot of where you stand today, whatever you're thinking about this situation is deeply linked with your past, your ancestors' past, your past lifetimes for some of you, okay? Hence, I would suggest this pile to watch my ancestral healing reading. I'm pretty sure you'll find some guidance there. So whatever you're thinking about this current situation, whether it's good thoughts or bad thoughts, it is deeply linked with your past failures, with the wounds that your inner child has, and especially linked to abandonment, of being left out or being left behind. Somebody not choosing you, or everybody moving forward and you leaving, or you being left behind, or someone leaving your country or your home. Apologies for the interruption. Okay, back to this. Whatever your thoughts are, again, is linked to something that didn't work out in the past. Some of you, this is also linked to something of the health. You're worrying about something in your body or someone's health who's dear to you. And there's fears around vitality, there's fears around survival, there are fears around making forward movement that is guiding your thought currently. So clearly, first off, there's a lot of fear that I sense for you. Okay, so all the negative thinking that you're thinking is clearly deeply rooted in fear. Okay, and there is something at the same time, of course, take what resonates, that you've worked really hard for. Okay, you're standing strong, you're feeling alone, you're waiting for some sort of a support system to come in order for you to take the next move, because you're feeling exhausted. You can't do this alone anymore, you can't take this journey alone anymore, is how you're feeling. The message here is don't quit. You can rest, you can pause, you can wait for more people to join you, you can wait for other people who are like-minded, okay, to come in and support you. You're allowed to do all of that, but there's a lot of opportunity coming your way. Whatever has not worked out in the past, whether it's your health issues, whether it's that death of the ego that we talked about, that is of the past. That is a past wound. You're perhaps carrying it from even ancestors. Some of you could be working towards a huge goal, like, moving countries, or buying like the biggest asset of your life, or there's a significant big decision or big leap that you're trying to take, but there's a lot of fear or losses that you hold as a DNA coding. Almost it feels like a DNA coding here, which holds you back in fear, okay, because you feel like there's not going to be enough support from the universe, from other people, from the larger community. And you're wrong, my friend. There is opportunity to collaborate, to plan, to make forward movement. The 6 of Wands here on this side talks about PTSD, okay? This is after war. Somebody has won, somebody is victorious, somebody is being celebrated, and they are back home after winning a war, okay? But of course, victories don't come easy, right? That person who went to war has seen terrible death, has seen terrible bloodshed, right? And there's a PTSD, right? Post-traumatic syndrome disorder that follows even after winning something, okay? And the energy here deeply talks about whatever you're aiming to achieve, whatever you're aiming towards as an end goal that you've come into this reading asking about a situation, it's going to heal, it's going to work. Okay, there's a rebirth assured. Many of you are working towards a goal that not just you but your ancestors are supporting you to achieve. That has been a dream of not just you perhaps, but your parents, but your larger community. It's not like your success is being hoped and wished for by you alone. At the external environment, we have enough confirmatory cards. Wow, I can't seem to do your reading in one go. There's a lot of obstacles. I always notice what happens in a tarot reading. But yours had a lot of obstacles. Okay, back to the thought that we were talking about. The elephant spirit in the current energy talks about you have not only had the pains and the burdens of what didn't work for your ancestors, you also have the wisdom. Okay, that's the focus that spirit wants to bring towards. If you're thinking about it's neither me nor my mother's mother ever had good luck around blah blah. Okay, let's say there's something that has just not worked for you or your father or your father's father. Their failures, their lessons, that rejection is not the only gift that you've received. That burden of desire to succeed is not the only gift that you've received. You've also received the lessons. You've also received the wisdom. You've also received 20 ways in which it cannot work. So you know better. So you can do better. Okay. If you're watching this while I post this, in India, there's this time Shraddh coming up, which talks basically about making space for our ancestors and thanking them and asking for the peace of their soul. I strongly feel for this pile, and it has come up repeatedly for the past month or so in most readings for one particular pile. So you do need to do some sort of a puja or some sort of a donation, some sort of a ritual for your ancestors. Okay, and many of you have been thinking about this for a while now, whoever I'm reading for in this reading. Okay, in the future you definitely have planning. Okay, so whatever you're trying to achieve, you need practical plans, you need practical steps around it, you need to take action towards it. Okay, so whether it's wishful thinking or fear is going to get decided only after you've taken action. For your spread, honestly, I don't feel there is any negative outcome that I see. We have the Wheel of Fortune that literally screams that luck is on your side, and whatever you're asking about from in a year's time from now will not even bother you, pile number 3s. Okay, that there is something that the universe will do in your favor, okay, which will get you out of your shell, which will get you out of this fear. Okay, and I'm not asking you to sit and wait for that. Grab that opportunity. You are going to create that opportunity. Opportunities knock on the door. You need to answer the door. Okay, so there's something that needs planning. The truth of this situation is that it needs to be planned better. You need to have actionable steps around it, and not from the place of fear, but from the place of faith. The fact that we have the cave card showing up in your external circumstances, or the truth of the situation, is talks about a transformation, a spiritual ascension, a growth that can come if you spend a little time introspecting, okay, on what do you introspect on? That thread of hope. Many of you have come from a lineage of mystics, of shamans, of healers, of doctors who have helped people in the past, okay, who have helped generations heal. And those blessings continue to be a part of your life. So there's this energy here of somebody who's just thinking about the burdens, the responsibilities, the things that didn't go right, which you have to now correct. But you're not thinking about the gifts, the blessings, the knowledge that you have also because of that past that you so far currently not like or hate. The Destroyer card clearly talks about here. In order for you to attain that intuitive, happy ending, all you need is to destroy the fear. It's not funny that we're doing this reading today and 1, 2 and 3 all had fear show up in different ways, because anytime we are asking divination tools to differentiate between fear and intuition, okay, fear has to show up, because that's how you will talk about the contrast, right? And each of us in the collective hold a certain kind of a fear, okay, which is holding us away from a certain opportunity, which is why I thought about doing this reading. I want to move towards your guidance card, Chinnamasta. Her energy, first of all, talks about she's very much alive. If you see, her neck is cut, but the blood is still dripping. She's an alive energy. She's not a dead energy. And she talks about cutting away again from that ego. Okay. If you're asking about a specific person, and some of you had a question, are they doing an ego battle or a power battle with me? Is this like a relationship which has reached stagnancy and I'm just fighting for nothing because it has reached a power struggle or an ego battle? Then your answer is yes, my friend. Yes, you're reading that energy correctly. The other person, the situation that you're asking about, it does have people in it who are extremely who are operating from a space of ego, and not a good ego in the sense of self-esteem or confidence or value system. Ego from the sense of it is their way or the highway, and that needs to be destroyed. Okay, and you will destroy it, and that is the purpose of why you're living what you're currently living, pile number 3. Okay, that abandonment wound that you hold. Okay, for some of you, this is about building something. It could be building a home, it could be building a career or a particular business that you're working towards. And in the past, people have betrayed you or have betrayed your ancestors. And again, that energy of abandonment, when you expect help from someone but that someone betrayed you, is very strong in your subconscious. You need to alchemize that. And Kali's guidance here is that if you can remember that it becomes very heavy for us to move ahead on any path, on any goal, if we start making the goal's success a part of our own identity and a part of our own ego. To give an example, like let's say you want to become an IS officer, okay, and it's a big goal, it's a big dream, it requires a lot of hard work, you will face a lot of rejections, maybe you won't clear it in the first go, and you can still make it. You can still make it happen. You can still win. You can still be successful if you do not, if that IS aspirant does not start taking the role of him becoming an IS or her becoming an IS officer as the core identity of who they are. Does that make sense? So here the energy is that your fears are making it seem as if you don't get this opportunity, or if it doesn't go your way, then your whole identity, your whole life story is a myth or it has been wasted. You need to move away from that catastrophic thinking, which is why I want you guys to listen to pile number 1. There's a message there for you. Okay? There's a lot of help, there's a lot of support that you can get towards what you're moving, towards what you're asking. From your ancestors, from spirit, from people around you, especially from those who are in positions of authority. Okay, somebody who has done what you're hoping to do, what you're hoping to achieve, can actually help you. There's a strong Cancer, Leo energy here. Cancer, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. Those energies are strong here. So those zodiac months may mean something when it comes to when you see, okay, these manifestations coming at play. I'm just trying to think if I've missed out on something. There's something, if you're asking about, can it be redone? Can I have a second opportunity at it? Can somebody give me another chance to make it happen? If you're intuitively asking, is there a second opportunity coming for me? Yes. The bat spirit literally confirms it. Okay, a rebirth is possible, a redoing is possible. Okay, and you need to remember the lesson. Remember the wisdom that your past gives you. Remember the wisdom of the things that your ancestors didn't do right. Remember that wisdom and let go of the trauma. Okay, that is how you'll reach to the goal that you're trying to happen. Okay, deep rooted fears, deep rooted inner child healing is what I would strongly recommend for you as a remedy. Pile number 3. There are enough inner child healing exercises that you can find on the internet, that you can find on YouTube. Try them. Okay, it will help you, and I really want to assure you that you're not going to be alone in this journey ahead. Okay, 9 of Wands talks about that you've fought alone enough, that you've stood alone enough, rest. Rest where you are, because 10 of Wands is the next card which gives you an opportunity to delegate, to share your pain, to give it away to somebody else. Okay? And you will have an opportunity to give it away to somebody else, to share the load with someone else very, very soon. Whatever you're asking about. Okay? You are naturally intuitive, but currently there seems to be a lot of fear. Okay? You're fearful of things not working out in your favor, is why you're not making the necessary changes that need to be made. That's as simple as that. Okay, I hope I've given you pretty clear guidance around whether or not, I mean, I love that pile 2 and pile 3s were way more direct than pile number 1s. If you've reached all the way till the end of this reading, I want you guys to leave me a blue crystal. Okay, by the way, you guys should work with a blue crystal, and your third eye chakra. Okay, your intuition has been strong. It's almost like it's dimmed out because of fear, and meditating on the third eye chakra will really help you. Leave me a blue stone or blue colored emoji in the comment section below. It tells me and it tells everybody else who's picked this pile with you that you went with pile number 3. To summarize your reading, in case you're still thinking, did she really answer? Is this my fear or my wishful thinking or my intuition? It's you holding on to a lot of fear, and I've given you ways to release that fear, and you will have enough support in the future if you can take the baby steps that you need to take today to grab those opportunities. Within a year's time, whatever your wishful thinking of the situation is highly possible will come true. Okay? And with all of those good wishes, I will leave you here, and I'll see you in your next reading. Don't forget to hit that like button, my dearies, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.